Hi, my name is Dinah Daly, aka Divine. Welcome to my channel, Carmelthevine. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And I want to start by saying, if you are watching this video, it is for a reason. God, Most High Divine, needed you to hear a message today, and I'm here as your divine messenger to relay that message to you directly, okay? So if you're interested in knowing what it's like to be an empath and 5 signs that you may be an empath, because more than likely, if you're watching this video, you are an empath. So stay tuned, keep watching if you're interested, okay? So in my first video, which I want to thank everybody that watched my first video, that is watching my first video, and whoever subscribes to my channel, thank you so much. Even though it's a very small amount, to me it is very big because it lets me know somebody gives a, I don't want to curse, but somebody cares, you know, and I'm just grateful and thankful that somebody, even 1 or 5 people or however many, decided to wanted to subscribe to my channel. So thank you first of all for that. And in my first video, I mentioned that I was an empath and that I may do a video on what it's like to be an empath. So I came up with 5 signs that you might be an empath yourself, because more than likely, if you're watching this video, like I said, you may be an empath just because you were attracted to whatever this video is, or you may be watching this video because I'm cute as fuck right now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, anyways, this beside the point. Okay, so what is an empath? First of all, Dinah, like, what is an empath? Well, the Google definition is a person with the paranormal ability to apprehend the mental and emotional state of another individual. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but I feel like it's not just on a mental and mental and emotional state. I feel like it's also on a physical and spiritual state as well, because as empaths we can pick up on a lot of different energies, not just on the mental and emotional level, mostly on a mental and emotional level though. But my personal definition for an empath would be someone who can take in energy around them very easily and is a natural healer. Because most likely as an empath, our jobs on this earth is to be natural healers, is to be able to heal ourselves and others by healing ourselves, because we're able to take in other people's energy and exert our own energy to other people very easily. So yeah, that's what an empath is basically. So, you know, just do as much research as you possibly can on your own. Don't just go by what I'm saying, because literally what I'm saying is strictly information from my perspective and what I've researched and what I feel is an empath. So if you don't feel like an empath is what I just said, you may be feeling like, I don't think you're right. Well, go ahead, girl. Do what you do. Do you, boo, and get your study on, because shit, I ain't perfect. I have 5 signs that you may be an empath yourself, okay? So, let's get into this video, alright? The first sign that you may be an empath is you are highly intuitive. When I say this, that you are highly intuitive, you may have psychic abilities, or you may not even notice that you have psychic abilities, but you pick up on certain energies. Like, say you think of something, and that thing that you thought about, like, literally happens right after you think of it. Or think of somebody, right, and they end up calling you. I'm sorry, I got paint on my hands. Look, you guys, I'm gonna show y'all because I'm grateful. I just got done making my vision board / dream board, and well, it's not done because a Virgo is never finished with shit. But yes, I was making this, so I have paint on my hands, so just got paint. Besides that, yeah, so the first sign is that you may be highly intuitive, or you could be thinking of someone and that person calls you. You know, so things like that aren't, just like I said, there's no coincidences. So when things like that happen, it's because you made it happen, or you knew it was going to happen, you know? So yeah, that's the first sign that you may be an empath. Is you could be very intuitive. You pick up on things. You have these gut instincts sometimes that, you know, come true. So second sign that you may be an empath is you are constantly second guessing yourself. If anybody else resonates with this, please like and comment down below. If you resonate with second guessing yourself on a consistent basis, even though you know you right, you know what I'm saying, you may be an empath. Because I say this because as an empath, we pick up on energies, certain energies. Actually, we pick up on a lot of different energies. And when you're thinking, sometimes there's certain empaths that are on a mental level that can pick up things on a mental energy, on a mental level. So when you're thinking of something and you feel like, something is not right about what you're thinking, or you may be second guessing yourself just because it feels too right, then you might be an empath. Because more than likely, if you thought of something, your first instinct was right because you picked up on that energy directly. So yeah, second sign that you may be an empath is you are constantly second guessing yourself, because if somebody else may be around in your energy that is swaying your energy because they might not feel the same way that you felt about that certain thing, or whatever the case may have been. You just, I don't know, however that goes with you, however it resonates. But yeah, that's second sign. Okay, third sign that you may be an empath is you attract toxic people. As an empath, we see all sides of people. We see the good side of people, we see the light side of people, and we see the bad, dark, evil side of people as well. But as empaths, we have pure hearts. As empaths, we always see the pure, loving side of people. We see the great potential in people. So that causes us kind of to deter away from the bad side of people, and we end up getting hurt by these people because at the end of the day, even though we see the pure loving side of these people and the potential, the great talent and gifts that these people have, they may not know this themselves, and they may act out in a way that shows their dark side and their evil side, and we may not notice it until they really do something to us that makes us feel really bad about ourselves. And even then, we are so forgiving and loving because we get that hurt people, and we have this perspective of life that, you know, maybe they'll change. Maybe people change. You know, people go through transformations in their life, and maybe they'll go through experiences that will change them and make them feel better. Or maybe even me and my heart and my spirit and my energy being around them could change them even more and change them into the person that they are meant to be. But no, that's almost never the fucking case. It's almost never the case. And we end up getting hurt by these toxic people. And also, as empaths, we attract these people that don't really have love for themselves. And we attract these people that don't really how do I want to say this? That don't really have a soul. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. There are soulless people walking around here because they're lost souls. And we attract these lost souls because they're yearning and they're wanting so bad to be around a good energy and a light energy like the one empath does. They want it so bad for themselves that they just constantly want to suck and take energy out of you. And ultimately is never going to really replenish and repair their soul the way they want it to, because they don't utilize it in a way that will help them. They don't become motivated by this person, by this empath that they're around, because they ultimately still just feel really crappy about themselves. And that's just the honest truth. Okay? And honestly, if you're an empath and you find that you have a friend that is constantly like sucking energy out of you, and you may not notice it, but this is how you know. Okay, I might make another video on this and how to know whether the energy around you is good or not. Because a lot of times, like I said, we're not going to notice it as empaths because we always see the great good potential in people always first. And that's why we're constantly getting hurt. But if you constantly see a friend that just, or a quote unquote associate or whatever you want to call it, that's always kind of like wanting you to be around but not really doing nothing, like they want you always to be around, like come over, like let's do da-da-da-da. But you go over there and y'all end up just smoking a blunt and just laying there and do nothing. every single time I hang out. Like, just nothing. They just want you in your presence. That's not a good thing. Okay, we want to get away. We want to stay away from people like that, because if they're not motivating you, if they're not making you feel like you should do something else other than sit your ass on the couch and smoke weed and drink, they're not bettering you in your life whatsoever. Okay, you gotta take initiative. Okay, and really think, what is this person really doing for me? Well, how is this person benefiting my life? Okay. So yeah, that's the third sign that you may be an empath. You attract toxic people into your life. Okay. So the fourth sign that you may be an empath is people often come to you for advice. Or not even just for advice, just to tell you about their life story. But a lot of people will come up to me and tell me about their life story, or just ask me for advice on what they should do with a certain situation they have, because as an empath, we have open spirits and open minds, and we are able to see every side of situations. Because as empaths, we can pick up on all types of energies, or certain type of energies, depending on what kind of empath you are. I'm gonna make a whole nother video on, I'm gonna make a pick card video on what kind of empath you could be. So stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned. If you're really interested, and if these signs are so far resonating with you, then I'm gonna make a video on what kind of empath you could be, if you feel like you're an empath. So you can know exactly what kind of powers and gifts you harness, because and being an empath is a strong power and a gift that God gave to us, so we can be able to connect with people on a spiritual level like no one else can. Okay, so the fourth sign is you may attract certain people that come up to you and just be like, hey, so this happened to me today and this happened to me and I'm going through this. You may attract a lot of people that want to just come and get advice from you, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's why we're here. We're here to give our insight. We're here to give our perspective on things, so people can be able to make the right decisions for their life. So if you ever want to talk one day, if you ever need my advice and my insight, call me up, email me, whatever, Instagram DM me. I do not mind giving some insight, just as long as you're not a toxic person and just over here every time you talk to me, or the only time you talk to me is when something's bad happening to you or you don't know what to do. Okay, it's okay sometimes, but not all the damn time, because I don't want to be sucked, like a vampire. Okay. Ooh, I am hungry, but I'll breathe through it. Okay. So yeah, fourth sign that you may be an empath. People come to you for advice or just to vent, period. Just because your spirit is just so open and it feels like a pure spirit to be around, and it feels like a good and trusting spirit that people can talk to. So yeah, the fifth sign that you may be an empath is you are so creative. You are so very creative. And when I say creative, I mean in all aspects. You just love art as it is. You love music. You love painting. You love drawing. You like being an entertainer. You like entertaining. You love theater. You just love being creative and love expressing yourself through art. I say this because as empaths, a lot of empaths, and most empaths, are actually very creative artists, and they can be singers, they can be dancers, because they can be able to take in energy and exert it in a way that is very beautiful and is very unique to them, and can be unique to other people too. As other people could see your art as an empath and really resonate and feel it and be like, that makes me feel something. That's like, for instance, like Drake is a wonderful artist, a great artist that a lot of people connect with and resonate with, because the music that he sings, the music that he does, it just hits a certain part in your heart. You know what I'm saying? It just hits that little string, that's been in your heart for a while. You had that past relationship that you just never got over, and Drake just says something that hits key, and you're just like, yeah, man, That's what she did to me. That's what he did to me. That's how I felt when that happened to me. I know what you mean. You know, people like that can connect with people on a wide range, on a very large mass. You are very creative, and you're able to express yourself through your creativity and through your art, and connect with other people on a very wide scale. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for my next video if you're interested in seeing what kind of empathy you could be, okay? So this is going up. It's going to be uploaded right after this video is uploaded, because I'm just going to be dropping videos, because, you know, I just feel like it. I just feel like it. Okay. Thank you. Bye.